Back here at Wayne State, the Warriors with a comfortable halftime lead over Northwood, and pleased to be joined by the Wayne State golf coach, Mike Horn. Now, a year ago, I would have been saying just the Wayne State men's golf coach. Now it's the men's and women's golf coach. Let's talk about that, a new program on the horizon here.
Yeah, it's really exciting to start something brand new, and it's been an interesting challenge finding the ladies out there to play. But, I think we're going to have a nice squad to start out, and very exciting to start it from the ground up. It's something I've never done before.
Yeah, talk about this. It's so different. You've got a men's program that's been to the NCAAs 9 out of 10 years. That's established as being very successful. So you've got that end where it's probably a little easier to recruit and a little easier to, just to get everything set up. And then you've got this completely unknown situation.
Yeah, brand new. The first couple of years recruiting the guys, it was tough to find those guys. And then once we got to be a good team, that came a little easier. So, I've been trying to sell the girls. They're going to have a chance to play. They're going to be able to play at Detroit Golf Club, which is our home course. And, they're going to get a great education. So, it's been an easier sell than I was going to be expecting, I guess. But still a challenge. Some of the real good girls want to go to an established program.
You've already got a few signed.
Two verbals, and we should have another verbal tomorrow.
And you're also going to have some tryouts.
And we're going to have tryouts in February here. And student body, I hope we have a few young ladies that are out there that have played and are interested to get back into the game.
Now, I've seen on the website you have a criteria of what you expect out of a player. So just tell us a little bit about what they need to do to think they have a realistic shot.
They need to average 82, about a 10, 12 handicap, and need to be able to shoot in the 70s. So, that's kind of the benchmark.
Now, weather comes into fact. I mean, we're seeing it right now. Obviously, there's not a lot of practice going on. How hard is it to coach both men's and women's golf in Michigan?
Well, you've got to be creative. You've got to have an indoor facility, which we do. We have an indoor putting green. There's no doubt it's a challenge up north here, but there's a lot of good players, and Michigan's got the most public golf courses in the country. So, there are people that play.
Let's talk about the guys for a minute, because you have had so much success. And those players, they take that success from here, and you see Wayne State players at the Michigan Amateur doing well at the Michigan Open, other places. It really carries on. You've established something here. Does that make it easier to get more players?
It does. Right now we've got a host of guys that are all competitive, and they do qualify for all those things in the summertime. We've got a couple of guys that are playing professionally now that played for us in the past. So, it's really been a nice tribute to those players, because now kids want to come here to play because they know we've had a legacy of playing well and want to continue that.
You've got a few players. Talk about some of your better guys that you've got coming back. I know you've still got a really good team coming in.
Got a really good team this year. Right now, Alex Lazera and Tyler Lazera, two brothers, are our number 1-2 players. Got a freshman, Jordan Andrus, who won his first tournament as a freshman up at Lake Superior. And then Rob Favaro, who's won twice for us. So Austin Hill's been playing well. Tyler Hacks-Ludo's been playing well. I got 7 guys. I got Reed Dean that can step in there at times too.
It's got to be nice to have depth like that, because anybody who's ever played golf knows you don't have it every day. And if you have 7, you just hope that 5 of them have it that day.
Absolutely, yeah. The depth is a huge thing. Trying to get the best out of those guys is a challenge, but they're a consistent bunch, so it's pretty nice on my end.
Now, most of your golfers are from the Metro Detroit area, I believe, but I've seen, I don't know if it's this year, but I know I've seen in the past, and with other golf programs around here, Canada's a good place to find golfers.
We got 2 Canadians, yeah, and both our Canadians, one's a starter right now, one's a redshirt freshman, Crawford McKinley. We expect big things from him next year. He's sitting out this year learning the ropes. He'll be a good player for us.
Now, I've talked to some golf coaches at a few other universities, and they've said Canada is really this hidden gem for the lesser-known schools, maybe the smaller schools. You can find some really good players there.
Well, yeah, there is, because there aren't a lot of universities for those kids to go to a secondary education and play for. So there's Ontario's a hotbed for golf, and everywhere from Buffalo to Detroit, there's a lot of schools that get that benefit.
Now, will this be something you try to utilize for the women as well?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I don't have those contacts just yet on the ladies' side, but we will.
Let's talk about going back with the women. What's the timeline on the establishment of this women's golf program?
Boy, I think this first year, if we could finish in the top 2/3, that would be a really good starting point for us. Grand Valley, Ferris, Ashland, those teams are really good, and they've been established, kind of like we spoke of on the guys' side. And to catch those teams, it's going to take 3-4 years to build that.
And when was it decided by Rob Fournier that you were going to have this program?
It's been ongoing for about a year and a half, I think was the first announcement. And then I was just trying to figure out when the right time was to start that program.
Okay. And now you're at that point. Now the women play in the fall.
Men and women play both fall and spring, so the seasons are simultaneous.
All right. Now, tell me this: let's start from a coaching standpoint. How hard is that to have two teams going at the same time?
Well, I'm going to have a strong assistant. We're going to be hiring a full-time assistant here not too distant future, and that assistant's going to have to be me when I'm not there.
And for the women, for the players, talk about that for them. There's not the off season that you have, say, in football or in some other sports.
Well, I couldn't quite hear you with the band there.
Okay, we're talking about for the golfers themselves. They don't really have that off season that you get in a lot of other sports.
Oh no, because we play both seasons. It's a constant year-round event for them. I do like having December off. That gives them a little time for Christmas, finish their finals, and then at that point they're ready to go. Come first of the year, once they see the PGA and the LPGA Tour on TV, they're ready to go again.
Okay, yeah, and I know watching Pebble Beach today, you get excited for that.
Absolutely.
I know that our broadcast crew, Ryan and Rod and myself, I know we'll be glad to volunteer as assistants if it can get us out at Detroit Golf Club.
Whenever you want to come out, let's go.
Yeah, because I mean, seriously, that's a great home course for a new program to have. It's got to be a recruiting tool.
That's great. And our secondary course is Plum Hollow. So we're very lucky to be at those two clubs. Both John Gates and John Jay were at those two clubs. Treat us very, very well.
All right, real quick, for any of the ladies that are watching that want to play, how do they contact you, or where do they go if they want to try out for
They go to the Wayne State website, contact me through the website. My email's on there, phone number is listed there. Get a hold of me. We've got to do some physicals and stuff before they try out, so we'd love to have the more the merrier.
And once again, there is a date set for the next tryout, or? Yeah,
we've got dates set the final 2 Fridays in February.
Okay, so the 21st and the 28th.
Yep.
And they are here or at a?
They'll be at the indoor facility over here at in the complex.
All right, Mike. Well, hey, thank you very much. Good luck with the new program, and great job just establishing the men's program. Just keep that going.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
All
Go
right.
Warriors.
Absolutely, go Warriors. That's the men's and women's golf coach, Mike Horn. We'll be right back on CN 900.